Hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino, coming at you with another video today, another What's on the Rack video. This one will be episode 4. So episode 3, kind of thought I was done with the Beatles, but I didn't realize, and I kind of rearranged the racks. Of course, you've probably noticed that in the past few videos that have been out there, not even What's on the Rack, but rack is rearranged. But we're still calling this section 4, even though now it's what, section 7? But anyways, we'll do the DVDs, I think, kind of the last one, because they are so different, even though there are some albums up there, believe it or not. Let's see. So, yeah, this is kind of Beatles continued, and not typical Beatles. It's not compilations, it's not live albums, it's not regular albums, it's not even bootlegs. It's tribute albums, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, I've collected a few of them. I know I don't have everything, but this is my collection of them. We'll get started, so stay tuned. So yeah, let's get this kicked off here, and we'll get started with the first one. Kind of got it arranged. I think I got kind of more like soundtracks, which there's several just soundtracks of, I guess, Beatles-related movies, or I see one TV show. Yeah, this one's looking a little dirty, but it does got a nice hype sticker on it. I do got the Across the Universe Deluxe Edition here. I believe this was a European-only exclusive. From my research, it looked like it was the only one that you did get the full soundtrack on it. And of course, I'm just kind of showing the what's in there and the disc. So we got disc 1, little artwork there on the tray, and then disc 2. I've always been a fan of this movie. When I first saw it, I don't know if everybody is. I haven't heard too many just Beatles fans talking about it, but I'm a fan of it, and especially the soundtrack. So I had to add that into my collection. Up next, we got a film actually about the Beatles, but the Backbeat soundtrack. And not really Beatles songs per se, but definitely songs that they covered. And of course, that's kind of about their time in Hamburg, and a lot on Stuart Sutcliffe and John Lennon's relationship. And yeah, a decent movie. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but I've always enjoyed it. Watch it several times here and there whenever I'm getting a feeling for it. But yeah, that would be the next one there. And of course, this does feature on it. I know Dave Grohl is one of the main guys from Soul Asylum does some stuff on here. So it's got quite a few other more recent rock legends putting their little contribution to it. I guess I got a couple TV show ones here, but the next one up is the Beat Bugs. And I've watched a few episodes of this with my nephews, but this is the best of season 1 and 2, and I believe it's the only CD that's out there from this. And music is pretty decent. I've always liked it, and we do got, like Freddie Vedder I'm seeing there, just looking really quick here, Robbie Williams, and let's see, the Shins, they cover Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time you'll see coming up here. And Jennifer Hudson. So yeah, I mean, quite a few big name artists doing the songs, so it's not totally a cartoony, kidsy thing, but just kind of fun. Next one up, we got the Glee Beatles episode, and Glee sings the Beatles. And I was a big fan of Glee. I always enjoyed it, and when they did the Beatles episode, I was really, really excited. So yeah, I had to pick that one up. And of course, the next one is the I Am Sam soundtrack. Another one, all kind of Beatles soundtrack. Believe it or not, I've not seen this movie yet. I started to watch it and didn't get it finished, and just haven't got around to watching it again. But I would like to sit and watch it. But I do got the soundtrack. See, Eddie Vedder on this again, so he must be a Beatles fan if he's lending his voice to several of these. I believe, yeah, Sheryl Crow is on it too. That was another one that I knew of. All right, next up. This one's a fun one. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Not the Beatles. From the film. Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees are kind of the main ones on here. I know Aerosmith's on here too. Is it Earth, Wind, and Fire? Yeah, they Got to Get You in My Life. That's a pretty awesome version of I Got to Get You in My Life. So yeah, I'm seeing Billy Preston on there too and all. So, and let's see, this one's a 2-disc set also. I know I had to kind of go out of my way to get this one too. Trying to remember. No, this is printed in the USA. So all right, and this one's got that terrible fold on that. So hopefully I'll keep that in good shape there. Another picture of the guys there. Not the Fab Four, but the Bee Gees look like there. Never seen it. I kind of am scared to see it too, from everything I've heard on it. This next one I've seen though, and oh, I was so excited watching the trailers for this and everything, and I enjoyed the movie. I definitely cried a lot in the theater due to a certain scene, and I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but if you have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that would be Yesterday. And I really enjoyed the music from this. And this is the Target exclusive. So if you can see down there, it's got the Hey Dude, because that was going to be the big #1 hit if you change it to Hey Dude, as the bonus track there, being the Target edition. And show you the inside here. And the disc. So anything under the tray there. Just an empty road there. This next one is one of the longest of these tribute albums I've owned. I think it was the first I have owned. I remember I got this right when I first started getting into the Beatles, and it was at a time when I was always on Columbia House or was it BMG? I think it was, yeah. They obviously didn't carry the Beatles, but I was hungry to get anything Beatles I could find, and this was on there one time, and I picked this up, and I know this is one of the club editions. Yep, right there, I see it there. Manufactured for Columbia House Records. And yeah, this is Come Together, America Salutes the Beatles. Primarily a country tribute to them. A few songs on here I really enjoy. I haven't listened to it in a long while, but I know I used to listen to it quite a bit. I know I do like Willie Nelson's One After 909, but I just love One After 909, so can't really go wrong with that. And then this next one here, kind of different route of a certain segment of music salutes the Beatles, but we got the America Salutes the Beatles, Black America sings the Beatles. There we go. And Linda McCartney, more specifically, I should say. And yeah, this one looked like a cool one to collect. Of course, Little Richard on there, and Aretha Franklin, and a lot of people that they were inspired by actually coming and doing their music. Some of these even were songs they intended for, them to sing, like Aretha Franklin. I believe she sings Let It Be on here. Let me see. Yep. Which, of course, Paul kind of said he wrote for her, I think. Then another one here, we got this Shared Visions. It's another one with just kind of random artists covering the Beatles. Joe Cocker, Salt and Pepper. Elton John. The songs of the Beatles. And this next section is kind of an interesting section. Probably one a lot of people either don't know about or might not have in their collection because it is kind of a local thing for me. So this would be the Minnesota Beatle Project. And it's put on by 89.3 The Current, which I know is a Minneapolis radio station there, and I believe it's the City Pages and some other kind of people collaborate on it. But I see I'm one of the City Pages too. But anyways, it's Minnesota artists covering the Beatles is basically it. And they got these wonderful covers on them. This one's got I got this on eBay, and it's got like some coffee stain or something on it. But they come in these really cool packages. The artwork is really cool, and some of the artwork really depicts Minnesota life too, kind of bringing the Beatles into it. And another cool thing they do on these is they always feature one of the like high school bands or something. This particular one looks like it's the Susan B. Anthony Middle School. It would be the class of 2008, 2009 that would have been in the band there. So that's kind of cool that you kind of feature some very young, possibly up-and-coming artists. There have been 5 volumes of this. I don't believe they're putting out anymore. But here's volume 2. And Babe the Blue Ox there. You ever visit Bemidji, Minnesota? I think Brainerd, Minnesota, and probably several other cities in Minnesota. Babe's pretty predominant there. Blackbird on this one. See, and I do see Soul Asylum is on this one, so that's one of the big ones out of the cities there. Trying to see. Looks like the Edison High School is the school featured on here. And next up we got the volume 3 of it. And how much more Minnesotan can you get than a loon with a Beatles cut there? A mop top. A mop top loon. They're all kind of these digipacks. So, yeah, be careful with these, that's for sure. Let's see. So it looks like the 4 on the floor is on this one. Oh, Charlie Parr. I know he's big around. Trying to think of groups that people might hear of. I don't know if you have heard of the 4 on the floor. I've seen them perform. I guess that's why they're sticking out to me. And then the Anoka Middle School for the Arts is the school featured. And here would be volume 4. Oh, got a hype sticker falling out there. And this one's got group I have seen also, Trampled by Turtles. Spotted them right away on there. And the Bloomington Jefferson High School is the band. There we go. There's that hype sticker that fell out. And this one was the trickiest one for me to track down, but it's volume 5. And you can't get any more Minnesotan than that. So we had Babe the Blue Ox. Now we got Paul Bunyan there. Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah. I think that's the Hams Beer. Anyways, we'll show you that again without it in the wrapper there. Kind of Abbey Road. Crossing the Stone Arch Bridge in downtown Minneapolis. It's a lot closer to downtown Minneapolis than that in real life, but. And then the Eaton Apple. This one actually on an Apple logo type disc. And let's see. Not seeing anybody that I know of that would be a big name elsewhere or heard of, but it's the looks like Denfield High School Jazz Band is the school band featured on here. And the next one up is not really the Beatles. It's all stuff that they covered again. I mean, this is one of these Mojo discs that must have came in one of the magazines. So it's definitely tracks they covered, the songs the Beatles taught us. So, and these are by the original artists too on this. So this was I think I got this in a lot with some other CDs I bought. So I wasn't like out specifically seeking this out, but still, I mean, you look at the track list on this, and it's pretty cool. And getting to hear the original version, I'll show you that track list one more time. But yes, definitely some artists that they inspired them. Fun to hear the originals there, all kind of in one spot. And this one's from one of the latest Mojos that had out. This one was with the Let It Be magazine, the issue that when the Let It Be special edition came out, the Fab Gear, and show you the disc there. And I do got the latest one too, but it's more songs that they inspired, so it's not really anything being covered or anything that was theirs. But I think that's it for the Beatles. Beatles are done. We're on to Paul McCartney now, so still not totally done, I guess. Now we're into Beatles solo careers, but yeah, we'll get going with Paul here. And much like the Beatles, I organized his studio albums first, live albums next, compilations, singles, and then kind of promos, and then kind of like all of his other venues too, ventures with electronica, classical. I've all got them kind of organized in their own little sections. So Paul's going to be quite an undertaking. I see several sections of episodes coming up here of what's on the rack. They'll just be dedicated to Paul. So we're going to be in Paul for a while here. But of course, we got McCartney is first. Newest one, or the oldest one, I guess I should say I got of it is the archive collection one here. Of course, I don't have the big archive set. And I got this online, so you might already be noticing, hey, where's the booklet? I don't know. This is how I got it. I got it off of eBay. As I realized I didn't have these, I started just collecting up whichever one I could find cheapest on eBay, and this one did not have the book in it. I don't even think I really noticed at first, because I think this was one of the first ones I picked up. I'll kind of show you the disc through there. I do got them in rice paper sleeves, so they're a little fuzzy there maybe. But there's the disc in there. I don't see the point of pulling them out when you can see them pretty clear there. Of course, McCartney there. And up next, we got Ram. One of my favorite albums, probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Definitely my favorite of his. And this is, again, the archive collection one, the deluxe version with the 2-disc. And this one does have the book. So, yeah, the book is just kind of glued in there. And then we got disc 1 and disc 2. I'll hold this out here with the back. And one of these days, I think I am going to do a video just dedicated to the 2-disc archive collection. I don't think that gets talked about a lot, and my deluxe edition videos have been doing very well on the Beatles, the anniversary and special edition packages. So I think I'm going to just kind of do a video focusing on those one day, not just the big sets, because not everybody can afford those big sets. So next one up, of course, we got Wildlife, and this is the Paul McCartney collection version of it. Yeah, this one is a UK copy. Found a nice lot of these on eBay that I was able to get a lot of them. Not easy to come across here in the States, so I know you guys in Europe and UK that are watching this, you're probably like, oh, that's nothing. But so I don't have the whole collection on that. And then continue with Wildlife, we got the archive collection one here. Of course, the first Wings album. There's your disc. And I really feel an underrated album at that. And of course, up next we got Red Rose Speedway in the archive, or the McCartney collection. I'm sorry. And you did see the Made in England, so I'm sure this was sitting in some U.S. Record shop, trying to show, hey, we got an import here. This one's a Holland pressing on this one. And of course, we got Red Rose Speedway again with the archive set here. Impressive, they did the braille on the back for Stevie Wonder. And there's the inside there, and the disc. And we'll show you it all folded out here again. Then up next we got Band on the Run, and this is, yeah, the 25th anniversary edition. It's a little box set. And of course this opens up like so. You got the disc in there, little book. For some reason I got this off of eBay too, and the seller had this in there, and I believe it's just the album again on there. And I just kind of kept it in there. Of course, the poster here, disc 2. And we open up the poster. Why not? There's the poster. And we still got Band on the Run going, this time the archive collection. And this one's quite a package on this. This one does feature, oh, we got the book there. Well, let's see. Oh, no, we don't. So the book is there, going that way. Someone dropped out there. Then we got disc 1 there, which should be the album. Then we open it up here, and we got disc 2, and this also includes the DVD. And I do not have the big Band on the Run package, but I've got everything there minus the big book. So I guess that's kind of part of why. I guess send this away for a free catalog. That's what fell out. And then the coming soon to the archive collection falls out too. There we go. So I'm really shocked they had this kind of package out there that you could save the money instead of buying the book. But then again, maybe, I know those initial ones weren't that expensive for the big book. So was it worth really going for that, or just spending the extra little bit of money and getting the big one there? So this next one here, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to show, it's a Best Buy exclusive. And it's basically the same as what I just showed you. The only difference is it's got kind of pasted onto the front cover here. And I think the person that I got it from put the hype stickers there. I don't think it came like that, but it's got a Best Buy bonus DVD with it. But yeah, otherwise it's exactly the same as the last package there. Disc 1 there, disc 2 and 3 there. yeah, I got a good deal on that, so that's why I picked that one up, just to add it to the collection. And so, of course, now we're off a band on the run, and we got Venus and Mars next. And the archive collection on this one again. Well, open it up there, and we're just back to your standard 2-disc set here. And continue with Venus and Mars, and why I got this. This is the reissue that came out after the archive collection, and you can see it's very much like the archive collection. It's just a single disc. It's just the remastered album there. Got the book there just like the archive collection does, just not disc 2. And I think I accidentally got this. I think I was meaning to get that one, and I got this. So on whatever I was shopping on there, I think I've got a couple of them like that. More than likely, I'll get the rest of those too. And then next we got another McCartney collection one. This time, Wings of the Speed of Sound. And this is a McCartney collection. It doesn't look like it because it doesn't got just the artwork in the upper corner here with the white. This one I got another one with the Made in England there, but it's a Holland pressing. But yeah, it is the McCartney collection. They just took that first page off, I guess. So not complete, but hey, as part of that lot, I'm not going to argue. And of course, we got the McCartney collection. Next, we got the archive collection, Wings of the Speed of Sound. And open it up, disc 1 and 2. I've been showing you the back again here on the last couple there. That's all right. And the last one here, and I was just looking, yeah, I thought I had a couple more of this album here, but I guess it's just what fit on the shelf. Like I said, if it fits on the shelf, on the rack there, that section of it, that's where it's going to be. That's where the video is going to end. So next video will start with this one too. It'll end with this one. The archive, or the McCartney collection of London Town. And again, the Made in England sticker, but I can see it's a Holland pressing. And there we go. And believe it or not, that's the last one on the rack. Yeah, thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for checking out another episode of What's on the Rack. And we'll continue on with this section next time. So more McCartney. Still on the albums. Doesn't even finish the albums there. Wow. So yeah, stay tuned and tune in for that when that one comes out. Of course, I want to thank all my subscribers, and thanks to everybody that's returning watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit that notification bell. And I'm doing this again. Also hit the thumbs up for the like the video. It's the notification bell and the thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and please leave a comment too. I love discussing with everybody on everything and just talking Beatles and Paul McCartney. But anyways, we'll get this cut off here and stay tuned for episode 5 when that comes out. And I'm Beatle Destino, signing out.